It's so good to see you, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Oh, you doing some shopping? It's always good to have a little coin to get your shop on. Let me check you out. What you got in there? Too bad you in the penny section today. You ain't see my Couture Tuesday last week where I was telling us about drawers. It's all right. Tune in. Let me see what you have. You have some interesting things in your cart, darling. Let's see. Look, Olay. Olay. Come on, Olay. Thank you. You got some luminous oils. All right, luminous. I don't know now. Tampax Active. Regular. Scented kind? Scented by chance? Unscented. Bless God, it's unscented. Ladies, it is your love, Yoni Love, reporting to you live. And it's not exactly Tuesday, but you are watching Couture Tuesday. Yes, you are. So today's topic was brought to you by a bunch of beautiful but smelly women. And unfortunately, I mean, we have some slight, huge concerns here at the Lotus Pad, Lily Pad, and I'd like to address them today. So of course I have to come and just bring it to you raw. And unfortunately, I don't have some of these items in my home, so we have to come to Target. Shouts out to Target. First things first, we love to be so clean and fresh, right, ladies? I mean, a woman is supposed to smell like a flower. You pimp up to your man, smelling all good with your love, whatever you got going. The first thing that you should remember, however, is that fragrances go on your clothes. They really shouldn't even go on your body because a lot of them have chemicals. But one thing that we didn't know that caused odor that we thought was freshening us up, bam, soap. I know, right? It's soap. It's really soap. So actually, 75% of cases of bacterial vaginosis, that thing that causes you to smell like fish, is caused by, you got it, soap. And I just really hate to break it to you like that. Not just Olay. And I bring this one up simply because I had my own experience with some oil of Olay. Okay, I love that enchanted orchid kind. They don't have it on the shelves no more conveniently, but that was my favorite one, and I used it all the time. And coincidentally, I always had a little situation with my girl like once or twice a month, which was too often. So you know what I did? I went to a holistic doctor, and she told me that I was using the wrong soap, and so I switched it up, and I decided not to use things that are heavily fragranced, even if it's cheap. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. You could actually just skip scrubbing your girl with that stuff at all and just rinse it out with some good water. That's actually good enough. Even when you use things like these. Like, this is actually one of my favorite companies of soap to use. They have so many different types of soap. You can't really see it because it's backwards. It's called Ren Pure. This one's the coconut milk and vitamin E body wash. It has 0 sulfides, 0 all of these amazing things. And it's actually one of my favorite soaps to use head to toe. So if you just have to use soap on your girl, you just feel like it's just not clean unless you do for whatever reason, then go with something that has less sulfides, usually more plant-based, and no fragrances. There's no fragrances in this, guys, outside of the natural essential oil, scents that they offer. Like, I use the tea tree one because my kids have acne, and it works great. Also, another bad idea is things that are laden in, like, moisture stuff, because it's usually some type of chemical or similar to like lotion, and you don't put lotion on your girl. Y'all know that. So I mean, bamboo extracts and orange blossom sounds good, but you gotta see down at the bottom where it says scent. It's a scent right there. That's an artificial smell that they put in there to convince you that your butt smells good with that on it. And so for those of us who don't have that problem with the soap, I would like to bring your attention to other products that causes this BV madness. Did you think it was your best friend? You better quit him. you better quit your best friend. It ain't loyal. It ain't loyal. First of all, there's a huge misconception that Summer's Eve is perfect for your girl. Like it was designed for your girl. Well, I actually did a little research on Summer's Eve about a couple years ago, and I found out that Summer's Eve was just a Procter & Gamble scheme to get women to spend more money. So they decided to use a formula that they had, cut it in half, ixnay some other chemicals that was obviously bad for your vagina that they know is actually in your soap, but they do not tell you. And they called it Summer's Eve, girl. They decided it was for you from Lynchburg, Virginia. And so they bring it right to your house. And meanwhile, there aren't many ingredients here, but there's still some very, very high flying flags, like fragrance being the first flag that we have. And you know who else Summer's Eve has? That's a cool companion that we all seem to convince ourselves is a good guy in this game. Vagisil. Don't be fooled, people. This can trigger your pH imbalance directly. Because first of all, powder deodorant, both of those sound like a situation for your girl. Second of all, the only natural thing in here is cornstarch and mineral oil. Everything else is just pretty much a fabricated lie. Used daily after a shower or bath. Well, I hope we all learned our lesson from this guy with the lawsuits about the powder in your drawers. Because it's not a good idea. We'll talk about why in a second. These were fun. Stop this. We must stop this. And then we're wondering why in 5 years our girl don't get right. Gotta stop it. What else do we have here? What else we got? Oh, these are the same ones. Vagisil, same thing. So a huge problem outside of the soap that we're using is 100% the penises that we're having to have sex with. That's also a huge factor. Like, we can't 100% blame men for the BV controversy. It's unfair. We can't do it. It's actually not true either, because men are carriers of BV. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, walk with me. My cart sucks. Maybe we'll leave the cart. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you just meet a guy, right? He's fresh off a relationship with his girl. She uses tons of oil of Olay, however, and you don't. Maybe you're holistic coochie like me, and he, makes love to you, and you find out that you have fish vagina. It is not exactly his fault. See, he didn't realize that those oil of Olay body washes and things like that, contributed directly to her atmosphere being completely thrown off. So he passed it to you because he can only carry it. He cannot actually have it because his atmosphere isn't moist and climate controlled the way ours is. I mean, we have a literal incubator in our womb, so anything that you implant in there is only going to grow, and that means good or bad things. And we have to keep that in mind. You know what I mean? But we also have to be mindful about these products because they don't mean us any good. They're actually anti the job that you're trying to complete here. If you want to freshen your girl up, I'm going to tell you the best way to do it. You get you a spray bottle and you put either distill or mineral water in half of it. Then you fill it with 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, a teaspoon of baking soda, and if you like to add some fragrance, a couple drops of lavender essential oil or whatever essential oil that you find tickles your fancy, and use that as a wash. It works really great for several reasons. It rebalances your pH. It also fights bacteria, which is a big key here. And it also helps your girl stay nice and fresh and clean feeling, because that's important. For girls who rely on soap, it's because you want that clean feeling. And that's why I've created Blossom Wash. Blossom Wash is for that kind of girl. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I like using soap on my girl, but I've learned that I can't use that soap that we've seen previous to. So I created a beautiful blend called the Blossom Wash. The Blossom Wash is all natural, plant-based, and the only way it gets its bubbles is through the foam pump that I've put it in. Otherwise, it doesn't even lather. So the foam pump gives it the nice lather. You put it in your hand, preferably, because another thing you got to stop doing is reusing this on your girl. You have to realize the moment this comes in contact with your body, I don't care how long you leave it out to dry, unless you throw this sucker back into the hot dryer for another 365-degree spin, you are going to have bacteria on that rag. And you don't know how sensitive your body is. It's just sad, really, that some of this stuff doesn't affect people because their body has just built up a firewall. But for those of us who still battle with these complications, I am here to help you. It's not a big deal. We can fight this good fight together. So what I am saying, however, is that being mindful of these things can help minimize issues in the future. If you notice, there's a lot of mature women who kind of got BO, and that's really attributed to the fact that we haven't properly tended to our body parts over the years. Just think about it. People pick on me because I don't eat meat, and I tell them, you know, I don't eat meat because when I get old, I just want to still have my full functions without oxygen or a walker. So, you know, they laugh now, but I'm serious about it. And so I feel like that's the same for your girl. Hey, babe. Hey, Deasia. For your girl, you need to make sure that you're doing the right practices now, because if your body begins to store up all of those chemicals over time, you'll have a situation that you just can't range away with a little tea tree oil. And I'm just trying to help us to not be older, smelly women. I mean, we love our mature women, but a lot of them wear heavy perfumes. But you know why? Because their girl smells bad. And that doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that way. We can take care of our bodies right now and use clean things that aren't going to have effects. This isn't it. This is not it. I don't care. I don't care. Because after several years of using this, this will stop working. Quote me. And you can quote me. Then you got to find something new. Then you got to go for the wash. Sensitive scents. They're lying, because the first thing that it says there is scents. And then it says scents at the end again. Didn't I just tell you who was the culprit here? The culprit is fragrance, ladies. It's the culprit because it's just concentrated chemicals. There's no natural products. Because in honesty, if you use just all natural organic things over time, it will lose its smell. And then that takes away from their profit margin, because they would like it to smell the same the entire time that you have it on your show, so that you can go and get it again. But see, that shouldn't matter to you, because see, if you already had your flora popping, you know, and you were taking care of your body, you wouldn't even need these products. You could just throw on some Splash or your favorite body oil and it'll carry you through your day. So maybe that's my question. Maybe I want to know, why do we feel like we need Dove shower foam? Because we know this has carcinogens in it. We learned that last year, and it actually helps kickstart cervical cancer. I bet you if they start slapping that on the label, you stay away from it around your girl. It's a serious subject, and I hope that we all could walk away from this knowing a little more about our girl. Like, we thought we knew everything. We thought we had her in check, and then some other things start getting twisted up in the game, and here we are now rediscovering our womanhood that was actually never discovered. Nobody ever really delved into these facts about womb health and care. Nobody's ever taken the time to really sit down and examine each part of the woman's body to give us, you know, the truth, not the other stuff like it gets wet and it has kids and it bleeds, not the obvious stuff. That's obvious. Vagina is the most desired thing in the world, but the most undiscussed topic ever. We do not thoroughly discuss vagina. We don't even know that a vagina is separate from a vulva, is separate from a womb. We think it's all the same thing. We don't even know where our vagina is. Hell, I ask women all the time, where's your vagina? Some of them don't know. And it's no one's fault. It's no one's fault but our own. So here we are, taking a stance, uniting on a front to have this information come before us regularly. So just make sure you are tuning in to Couture Tuesdays, even if it ain't on Tuesday. Work with your girl. But I just need y'all to know, this ain't it. This is not it. Stop using this inside of your bodies. Like, this stuff is not good for us. There are over 100 chemicals in tampons alone that is toxic for you. And they know this. There's companies out here that has done the research, like Cora's done it, Lola has done it. You can look on their pages and find these facts readily available for us all. It's important that we know, not just so that you can smell good and that your girl smells good. Yeah, that's important to me, definitely. But what's more important to me is the longevity of your womb space and what you know about it, because then you'll teach that to the generation that comes behind you. And I believe in a generation that's very womb wise and that knows their metaphysical power and their energy, their sexual energy, and use it to manifest. Because in every other way, especially melanated people, we seem to be entering into obstacles anytime we want to go into the ease and flow of prosperity. But if we know our power, if we know who we are, if we know how our body works, what works with our body and not against our body, life could be that much more easy for us to go out and conquer, because that's what this is all about. Of course, the order's being reestablished, but in the meantime, in between time, before your king slide up on his chariot, you need to make sure you get rid of these on your girl. I don't care if it stays sensitive. You need to cut this out. Cut it out. Just stop this madness. Stop it. Because then we have to take antibiotics. And the reason why I really, I didn't say that. I didn't say what you should use instead of tampons and pads. So, all right. Y'all ready? So they got herbal pads. There's herbal pads you can use. We also have diva cups or menstrual cups, which I love, but not everybody loves them because they're not that easy to manipulate and you kind of got to touch your own blood, and I'm so down with that, but other people aren't. So, also another alternative is just using reusable diapers like what you would use for a baby, and just have multiple. But the easiest way is the herbal pads. I'll put a link for the herbal pads below my video so that you can go and shop some good varieties that I approve and try them out. They're a little different because you can kind of feel the herbs sliding around in there sometimes, but it smells a lot different. Your cycle will feel a lot better. You'll have lighter days. It will shorten maybe about 2 to 3 days depending on how long your cycle is. And when you have, like with me, I don't even think about it because I steam and I do all this womb consciousness, so my girl's kind of happy right now. So I only have like 3 days and it's like 2 tablespoons worth of fluid. So sometimes I have a whole cycle and forget to use anything because it's not outside of my body. It's only when I wipe. Sorry for the TMI moment, but I want you to know what you can have and what you should be having when it comes to your lady parts. And it's definitely not this. I mean, put this on your body. That's a whole nother show. Maybe they talk about putting stuff on your skin in Dr. Sabi's form. I mean, but over here, it's strictly about testicles, vulvas, urethras, vaginal canals, ovaries. Cut this out. Please stop this. This is terrible. This smells good. It's not good for you. Please stop this. Before you go. This one too. Kick that one all the way out of your medicine cabinet. And I can almost guarantee you there's about 50 home remedies to remedy any of your girl's problems. Or you can just tune in to my live, and I got you. You can hit me in my inbox. I'll do the best that I can to drop any jewels or guide you to the proper direction. For me, this is not about coinage. This is more about us, doing and being our best. And I do know for a fact that when your girl is thrown off, your mind is thrown off. Okay? When your lady parts are thrown off, your mind is thrown off, your behaviors, your thought patterns, how you feel about yourself changes regularly. And for me, that's a problem. You know what I mean? I left that basket, girl. Somebody go put it up. But seriously, I'm funny by default. But I really mean what I say when I say that when I was married for that 10 years, I realized the huge difference in myself and who I am today. And it all started with recognizing my womb's issues and acknowledging they were real. And the more I shed the womb trauma, the more stable in my mind I became, the more confident I became, the more secure in myself I became. I'm a king manifester these days and getting better. And everybody around me sees it because even the Bible tells us that your gifts make room for you. So now I have jobs where my gifts are really paying my bills, and I run the, yoni form right now, and I'm down at the Center for Divine Love, giving divine love, and I feel whole. I really do. Except for those other 2 of my babies that I missed, but that's what I'm here for. So I'm getting wholer every day. Every day I'm getting more and more complete, and knowing that it's just a spiral. Because see, once you think that something comes full circle, it just continuously gets better and better and better. And we all know that spirals are the perfect balanced thing in this whole universe. So that's what I feel like I'm on. And it has its ups and downs, and its changes, and its rifts. It's good and it's sweet and it's bitter. But you know what? I like salty sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And to know that balance is in all things, you just begin to start accepting who you are. You start accepting the things that you once thought was bad and realizing that it's probably not that bad. You start shortening the days that you cry over something, or start shortening the time that you're upset about something. Yo, I've grown so much, and I'm really not here to brag, but I'm just really here to encourage and inspire. Because in a nutshell, it's important to me that you're not standing in a corner of a party feeling insecure because you caught somebody talking about you, and now the rest of your night is ruined because you can't get over the fact that that person did that to you, and you're in the same room and you're a sweet person. It's important to me that you don't beat yourself up over other people's views of you and who you are and how your life should be. Like, it's important. And if I knew that you could do it, I would empower you in any way that I can. And I know for a fact that those things are rooted in womb consciousness. And so it's better for us all if we just treat our bodies more sacred, eat more sacred, think more sacred. It's not all about being holier than thou, because we've distorted what holiness and righteousness really is. We have no idea what it is. And when you get up there and see Jesus blacker than us and God a big old blue black nigga, then you're gonna relax on your whole idea of what you thought righteousness was and what they taught us. And unfortunately, you might have to come back to this experience to learn all over again what it really means. But if that's not your path in the next life, tune into my live. And I love you guys. I really, really do. I know I say it, and I call myself love and ABC, XYZ, but I really do mean that, because without your success, I can't be successful. I can't be a melanated brown woman and think that another woman is supposed to be down or incomplete and somehow I'm complete. That doesn't make any sense, because when I see you out in the streets, I just want you to see love and feel love and get love and give love, because that's what we were built for. So love your communities, love yourself first and foremost, and continue giving me love. I love you guys, man. Love y'all lovers. Y'all be riding it out with me through all of my shenanigans. Hey, somehow the department store never kicks me out when I start throwing their stuff. Apparently, I'm speaking some truths. So we'll see where we'll land ourselves next time on our next episode of Couture Tuesday. I love you so much. Peace, share, like, love.